I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Playing Efficiently with Hal. Now, today we're going to talk about hostiles. Now, as you all have seen, we've had a couple different types of hostile events. We've had PvP events as well that tie into those. And we're going to take a look at all this information and start getting a better feel for what we can do and how we can do it faster and more efficiently, as well as what you can do and how to figure out what you need to do to score well in the event and then help your alliance score well as also. So today we're going to start out looking at a standard hostile hunt. These are great examples of what we've seen. Hit hostile between level blah and blah, get X amount of points per kill. So now, how do we know what's going to be the most efficient way? How do we know what's going to be the most points? And how do we know what's actually going to help us advance? So let's take a look at the spreadsheet here, and this will actually start being in the comments section of the videos. Again, it won't be this pretty, but it will be effective. So let's take a look here. First off, we got the level 38s, which on the previous screen we see were 233 points. Now, rate of kills. How I figured this out is a couple different ways. First off, if I'm right on top of a spawn node, I know I'm going to pop one right after the other, right after the other, and it takes about 12 seconds altogether per kill. So I'm looking at 5 kills per minute. Now, you go to the level 49 system where you have, anywhere from 30 seconds to 40 seconds to get from the first hostile trader all the way across the system to the next hostile trader. Obviously, your rate of kills is going to go down. So, looking at the 38s, worth 5 points apiece, 233, at the rate of 5 kills, that's 233 kills per, or 233 points per kill. So now we're looking at a per point estimate of 1165. Full hull after one hit. Okay, so what you're going to do is when you first go into your ship, you're going to write down or type in your hull, how much hull your ship has fresh. Okay, after that first hit, you're going to type in the second number. Obviously, if I take more damage here, as you can see, it's going to affect how many hostile kills I get per hull, how many points per hull, and how many minutes per hull. So let's take it back to the 149 number. So now keep in mind, these are just examples. Put in your own data, you'll get different results. So at level 38, we can kill 150 of them for 174,000 points per ship. However, you're looking at 30 minutes per ship. Okay. For those who are free to play, or those that really low spend, or even somebody that was recently vaulted, this might be the best avenue for you, the most cost efficient avenue for you. Okay. Now let's compare it to hitting those level 49 traders. Okay. So rate of kills approximately 2 per minute. All right, so you're getting 5,000 points per kill. You get 10 to 50 per minute. And again, these are all estimates. So if you do happen to mark 10 of them, all right, so you're getting 102,000 points over a 5-minute span. But that's just one hull. Okay. So, kind of gives you an idea as how much time you're going to put into it versus how many points you're going to get. If you're willing to do the 6 times, you can, but you're going to gain a lot less. The other thing to take into account, which the sheet doesn't, is warp time getting to that area. I know for me, I'm down in territory space, so it's about a 7-minute warp. So now we're looking at 102,000 per every 12 minutes. So I double that, and I'm still doing better than what I would be with the 38s. However, depending on where you're at and what you're hunting, you're probably going to have a slightly different result. So now let's take a look at another event here. And we've seen Rescue the Crew, and I would assume we're going to see this more. And here it kind of varies the damage levels a bit more. And we're not looking at how many kills we're getting as much as how much hull damage we're doing. Okay. And there's 3 different types of systems, and there's varying point amounts as to the levels. Now, as you can see here, if we deal 1 hull damage in a regular system, it's 1 point. Deal 1 hull damage in an open system to a level 31 hostile, it's 20 points. But here's where they get you. Deal 1 hull damage in an open system to a level 37 plus, 5 points. Now, don't get me wrong. For those who can kill those 37s and take minimal damage, that's probably a really, really good option for you. However, for the rest of us, that option's going to kind of hurt, and it's going to hurt a lot, as we see in the spreadsheet here. And let's also take a look at the next part of the same event, PvP. And who doesn't love them some good PvP, right? So now we're looking at getting 8 points per hull, or per hull damage, I'm sorry. And that's if you do that damage to specific ships. Okay. And, we had this problem early on in the event on my server. What we would have is somebody going in with an auger and killing everything that was blue in there. But they were complaining they weren't getting points. Well, if you take your auger against D3 at Legionary or Saladin Intrepid, as you can see, for this level bracket, it doesn't count for points. So, this is where they start getting us with these details. So now, looking at the hostiles, and you can also do this with players, you can see where they have hull health. Okay, you scan the ship, you hit the little icon in the middle, and it pulls up the stats screen. And you just scroll down to just above utility, and you'll see the hull health. So now we know how many points we're getting per. Now we know all the little finer details of it, what we need to hit and what we're going to get from it. So let's take a look at the spreadsheet. Oops, wrong button. There we go. I'm sorry about that, guys. Still trying to get the hang of all these hotkeys. Now, a regular system, hull strength of 997,000 points per hull. Pretty simple, right? However, how many hull can we get per hull? Well, we get 25 kills, and we're getting 24 million points. That's not that bad. All right. However, we go to a level 31 system, okay, using the same base hull strength. All right, we get 20 kills, or 20 points per hull, and look at that difference. Okay, 20 times more damage, or more points, fairly easy to see that you're going to get a lot more done at once. And here we go with the point spread. That is a huge difference between those two. Now, for those of us who would just be throwing ships at a 37, all right, so we're getting 5 points per. We're not completely killing it, but we are getting more points. Okay, we're looking at 4.9 million versus just under 1 million. However, generally, this is going to kill us. So we zero that out. It's 1, and that's all we're getting, though. Okay, whereas on the same hull, we're getting almost 20 or 5 times the points if we go just for the 1 point option, we're getting, I don't even want to do the math on it, more points by doing the 31 option. Now let's look at PvP. And this is how a lot of us finished it on my server, just because it was fairly quick. We didn't have to wait for them to spawn. A lot of us would arrange, sending a Benga and a Jelly or Enterprise or something to just make it a quick death. So now we're looking at 8 points per. We're getting almost 8 million points per hull, going by the same base hull strength. Keep in mind that will vary. After one hull, a lot of the times we could be almost dead, or if it is a Mabenga based option, you're going to keep most of your life. So now you can get 15 of those kills, in which, again, look at this. Let's see here, 120 million. But guess what? Look at this. Almost the same. Okay. But this is where the spreadsheet will come in and help, is you'll see, okay, well, after one kill, I'm down, 5%. Here's how many kills I can get. And that's going to be per hull. Whereas if I go PvP versus, my buddy Cat, this is what I get. So again, the idea is the less time we can spend in this game, the more fun we can have with the game. And it's not just, whether or not we're scoring the most points, or whether or not, we think we have the best way of doing it. What does matter is trying to make sure that we're efficient at what we're doing. All right. The spreadsheet will be in the comments section. We will be talking crews soon. We will be talking armadas soon. We'll also be talking reputation soon. All these things are great ways to advance quickly without spending 2, 3, 4 hours in the game to do something we can get done in 10 or 15 minutes. Or to not have to spend the entire weekend to max out our alliance goals. Spend 6 hours doing it versus 48. I'm down. That means more time I can be doing playing with the kids, having fun, watching movies, going to church, whatever. All right. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Make the little bell go ding-a-ling. And we will see you guys on the next video. Y'all have a great day. Bye.
Dave, my mind is going. I can feel it. I can feel it.